Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts Bringing Value Home. Councillors locked out of its own building as government moves to seize City Constabulary. PPPC's ploy to seize control of Georgetown will fail miserably. Dr. Todd F's visit for $100,000 cash grant goes live. And of the HGP Nightly News. In the news tonight, the standoff between the government of Guyana and the Georgetown Mayor and City Council has taken a dramatic and deeply troubling new turn after councillors, including Mayor Alfred Mentor, were physically blocked from entering the City Constabulary building on Water Street. Antonio Day opens tonight's broadcast.
What appears to be a power grab that has sent shockwaves through the capital city. The government has seized not only 22 city streets, but has now snatched an entire building that once housed ranks of the City Constabulary, all within a breathtaking 24-hour period. The brazen move by the Ministry of Local Government has left officials stunned and the public demanding answers with no official explanation, public release, or even a simple plea during last year's elections. Georgetown Mayor Alfred Mentor is pulling no punches, branding the move as nothing short of bullyism. To the courts.
This bullyism that they lead in the school is the same bullyism that they're nationally, and it's clear, Terry, that even when you move, that even when you move,
get it. Hold on, I'm dealing with something. Just hold on, I'm dealing with something. Just
then both they want to find ways to transfer laws to allow you to pick up rates and tax, and the next thing you want you to pick up rates and tax, and the next thing you want to do next is to move against those people property. So citizens are a government of theatrics. It's a government of theatrics. It's a government of the unilateral approach to do what they're doing here. It's a clear sign that this government isn't interested in no democracy.
Mentor confirmed that the matter will be placed in the hands of the council's lawyers, who will move to challenge the blockade and ensure that elected representatives can access what is rightfully theirs. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Meanwhile, with political parties preparing for local government elections, some citizens fear the incumbent People's Progressive Party civic government's removal of municipal oversight for 22 Georgetown streets threatens the city's autonomy. Here again is Antonio Day.
While central government's abrupt removal of municipal oversight from 22 municipality Georgetown streets does not set well for Mayor Alfred Mentor, Attorney at Law and a Partnership for National Unity Member of Parliament, Dr. Todd, is letting the current regime know that his party has already peeped its cards and will not subdue to its dictatorial tactics.
It is something that our party has assessed. We have been monitored over the local organs of.
During Nightly News' questions about the recent developments between the central government and the mayor and city council.
But I can tell you, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If you look as to how they are moving into communities and what they're doing, it is a strategic move to have control over the city, but they will not. It will not happen.
Past and present mayoral figures like Ubrecht Narang and Alfred Mentor have accused the government of deliberately depriving the mayor and city council of financial resources. Dr. Todd, the APN News legal spokesperson, said that they are reviewing the legality of the government's actions before deciding on the next steps. He, however, made it clear that when the PPC is given a chance to lead, the party does otherwise.
This government is all about their friends, their families, and their favorites. And this is not a slogan which is just used by some form of cliche. All right. When you look to see how this government, how they operate, it is just a facade. They're not really helping people.
On Thursday, Alfred Mentor publicly condemned a recent action by the administration, accusing it of orchestrating a brazen power grab. The streets in question, long managed and maintained by the mayor and city council, are critical to Georgetown's infrastructure, commerce, and daily life. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The Alliance for Change on Thursday raised concerns at the ballooning costs for the Wales Gas to Energy project, accusing the government of not being transparent. Marvin Cato is on that story.
During Thursday's press conference, Alliance for Change interim leader and the former Minister of Government, David Patterson, raised concerns at the spiraling costs attached to the gas to energy project.
What was sold to the nation as a fast-track, cost-effective solution to our to lower price electricity prices now become a project defined by shifting timeline, ballooning budgets, and a complete absence of transparency.
Patterson pointed out that the cost of the pipeline constructed by Exxon has risen above the initial estimate, while the natural gas liquids facility and the 300 megawatt power plant face continued delays. He contends that transmission and distribution upgrades for delivering the promised cheaper electricity remain behind schedule and underfunded. The pipeline was completed in December 2024. However, the final cost was never revealed.
When it was first announced to the public in 2021, the public was told that the gas ashore project will cost approximately $900 million and will be completed by the end of 2024.
The former Member of Parliament reminded that the Prime Minister, Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, made at least 3 commitments in the National Assembly to lay over all documents regarding the project, which was never fulfilled. Patterson flagged the failure of the government in providing a revised consolidated cost, which pundits believe could be well over $3 billion after including all other associated infrastructure. He blasted the government for inflating the country's projected electricity demand to justify the gas project and its lack of a feasibility study, causing an additional $100 million associated with soil stabilization.
Today, these projections have collapsed. The pipeline cost alone has risen beyond the initial estimates. The power plant and the NGL facilities have experienced repeated delays and cost escalation.
He said when the project was launched in 2022, they justified the project based on projected peak power demand at 480 megawatts by the end of 2025. The AFC challenged those projections as being unrealistic. Patterson said that between 2020 and 2026, the highest peak demand on the Demerara-Berbice interconnected system was 220 megawatts, while the country's current peak demand is 200 megawatts. He noted that this was a staggering 60% below the PPPC's projection. The party leader has called for the government to publish a full updated cost assessment for the entire gas ashore project, including the cost of the power ships currently supplying the country with electricity until the power plant comes on stream. He also demanded that a revised timeline be issued with clear milestones and accountability mechanisms with an updated electricity pricing model reflecting the higher capital cost and disclosure of all major contracts, financing terms, and procurement arrangements with an independent system to monitor progress, spending, and technical compliance. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Guyanese Canal grant opens. With the portal going online, several difficulties were encountered by registrants who voiced frustration with the platform's slothfulness and personal information being tainted.
So the portal will be kept open, and whatever, if there are any issues or challenges or kinks that are encountered in connection with its use, these are being addressed on a real-time basis.
The portal can be accessed on cashgrant.gov.gy. The minister also reminded that among the requirements is that applicants be physically present in Guyana to register. He said the government has also dispatched persons on the ground to provide support to hinterland communities, while a call center to aid citizens facing difficulties is available and could be accessed during working hours.
I want to say definitively to my Guyanese brothers and sisters that nobody will be denied their cash grant. Nobody will be denied their cash grant on account of the fact that they do not have a bank account. If you do not have a bank account in the first instance, we encourage you to have a bank account.
In comparison to the 2024 National Cash Grant Distribution Exercise, the 2026 distribution exercise, government will be making the payout through the banking system. However, for those persons who refuse that mode of payment, a decision on the way forward will be made at a later date.
If you decide that you don't want to have a bank account, or for some other reason you don't want your cash grant paid into your bank account, we will work out an arrangement and devise a mechanism for you to get your cash grant. So you do not need to worry.
The eligibility requirements to receive the national 100,000 cash grant paid into your bank include: one must be a Guyanese citizen aged 18 years and older as at February 28, 2026, must have a valid national identification card, digital identity card, or Guyana passport. Registrant must have a bank account in their name at any local commercial bank and must be physically present in Guyana. Persons can also seek support using telephone numbers 5 working hours. However, following the opening of the online portal, there has been numerous complaints by affected citizens of the slothfulness of the portal. Telephone numbers given showed a different name to that of the person who currently holds the number, among other complaints. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned, more news ahead.
We finance everything with Courts Ready Finance, from educational expenses and those unplanned emergencies. Get it done with financing through Courts Ready Finance. All you need to apply is a valid ID, proof of income, proof of address, and 2 references. Get quick approval and flexible monthly installments, plus credit protection insurance. Apply in store or online at courts.com. Courts Ready Finance. Ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Need to open a bank account? There's no time to make the drive to stand in line. Get ready. Opening an account with Republic On Board is easy from anywhere at any time, even while waiting for a food order. So you don't have to skip lunch. Republic On Board. Fast, easy, secure. Visit www.republiconboard.com to open your account today.
Krishna Rolf Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC, Monrepo, East Coast in Marara, or call 220-9624-629-4021 or 619-7880. At Krishna Rolf Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Welcome back, you with the HGP Nightly News. Police and customs authorities have launched a probe into the discovery of more than 15 ounces of raw gold that was intercepted during an airport screening at the Chadijagan International Airport. Travis Chase reports.
2 Guyanese Canadian nationals are under scrutiny after a quantity of suspected raw gold was allegedly found in their carry-on luggage just moments before boarding a flight to Canada. The discovery has since triggered a multi-agency investigation involving the Special Organized Crime Unit. Investigators say the discovery was made around 7:20 hours on Thursday during routine screening procedures at the airport. According to preliminary reports, the raw gold was found in the carry-on baggage of a 62-year-old man and a 59-year-old woman. Customs officials immediately detained the pair, and the matter was reported to the law enforcement authorities. The suspected metal was subsequently weighed in the presence of the individuals and amounted to 15.521 ounces, after which it was secured as part of the ongoing investigation. Nightly News understands that the probe has since engaged the Special Organized Crime Unit, which is tasked with investigating serious financial crimes, including gold smuggling. Established in 2014 on the recommendation of the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force, SUCO operates under the authority of the Police Commissioner and works closely with the Financial Intelligence Unit. The unit is empowered under the Anti-Money Laundering and Countering the Financing of Terrorism Act to investigate offenses such as the illegal movement and concealment of gold and other assets. Authorities have not yet indicated whether charges will be laid as investigations remain ongoing. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Minister of Local Government and Regional Development Prem Manichan has launched a scathing attack on the Georgetown Mayor and the City Council, holding them directly responsible for the years of neglect that have left the East Rheinveld community abandoned and forgotten. Here is that story.
The team of Minister of Labour Keoma Griffith, Minister within the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport Stephen Jacobs, and Minister of Local Government Priya Manichan builds on a recent walkthrough by President Irfan Ali. The government is dubbing the move a clear signal that East Rheinveld has moved firmly onto the government's agenda. Residents turned out in considerable numbers despite the inclement weather. Minister Manichan acknowledged not just their attendance, but the implicit expectation that comes with it. According to her, a community that shows up, she suggested, is a community that will hold its leaders accountable. Manichan painted a picture of a protracted cycle of jurisdictional blame between government agencies that leaves residents waiting indefinitely for basic services. She claimed because of this, roads go unprepared, drains go uncleared, and garbage goes uncollected. She, however, made a direct appeal to those in attendance.
What you want, and I know what you want because I'm a parent like you. You want your children to have a life of plenty. You want your children not to have the struggles you have had. You want your children to grow up and be equal and be anything they want to be. And these times they ain't talking about doctor and lawyer anymore. One want to be a YouTuber, one want to be a chef, somebody want to drive truck. Whatever they want to do, I'm sure you like me. We want to give them the platform to do whatever you want to do and succeed at it.
The East Rheinveld community's challenges were laid firmly at the feet of the Georgetown Mayor and City Council, whom Manichan accused of neglecting not only the community, but others within the city as well. The City Council, however, has countered by accusing the local government body of withholding funds to deliberately hinder its operations. Manichan made clear that the blame game has now come to an end.
For years, that hasn't worked. There has been some delight in City Council pointing at government and government pointing at City Council and everybody blaming everybody. The bottom line is you didn't get your garbage picked up, you didn't get your roads bill, your drainage bill, and your playground ain't working. That's the bottom line.
A number of infrastructural enhancements were promised to the community, with its playground earmarked for transformation into a modern facility featuring a walking track, upgraded basketball court, and improved amenities while maintaining existing recreational spaces. Waste collection will double to twice weekly, and the drainage upgrades will tackle long-standing flooding issues. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
An autopsy has found that a 30-year-old man who died while in police custody succumbed to a severe abdominal infection caused by a perforated stomach ulcer. 2 police ranks have since been placed under close arrest as the probe intensifies. Travis Chase reports.
An autopsy conducted on the body of 30-year-old Otis Jordan Payne has revealed that he died from a severe infection of the abdominal lining caused by a stomach ulcer, as investigators continue to probe the circumstances surrounding his death in police custody. Toxicology samples have also been taken to determine whether any substances may have contributed to his condition. Payne, also known as Jordan Payne of South Haslington, East Coast Demerara, died while in police custody at the Covent John police station. In the wake of the incident, 2 police ranks who were on duty at the time have been placed under close arrest and are currently assisting with an investigation being led by the force's Office of Professional Responsibility. Police say Payne had been in custody since March 20 after being arrested for offenses including assault, domestic violence, and resisting arrest. Investigators report that Payne first complained of feeling unwell on March 21 and was escorted to the Enmore Regional Hospital where he received treatment before being returned to the lockups. However, just after midnight on March 24, while sharing a cell with 2 other prisoners, Payne again indicated that he was unwell. He reportedly requested water after saying he felt upset, but shortly after, fellow inmates raised an alarm when he collapsed. He was rushed to hospital but arrived unconscious and was pronounced dead soon after. Authorities have indicated that the preliminary external examination revealed no visible signs of violence. Despite this, the death has triggered public outrage. Relatives and residents gathered outside the station, raising allegations of police brutality, and at one point blocked sections of the Covent John Public Road, demanding answers and justice. The Ministry of Home Affairs says it is working alongside investigators to ensure what it describes as a thorough, impartial, and transparent probe, while urging members of the public to remain calm. Further developments are expected as investigators await the results of the toxicology report. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
More news ahead. Stay with us.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Celebrate with us at Courts. We have what you need at the biggest season sale. Save with great deals and huge savings on select items store-wide. Get unbeatable values on TVs, new arrivals in furniture. Save on select bedroom sets, large appliances, free gifts, and much more. Shop now, pay later. Get huge savings this season. Only at Courts. Bringing value home. Offers end February 28th, 2026. Conditions apply.
Welcome back. You with the HGP Nightly News. The much anticipated 2026 International Building Expo was officially launched, with government pushing for more Guyanese to own their own homes. The expo is set for late June and will be held under the theme Guyana at 60, Building Strong Foundations for a Sustainable Future. Marvin Cato reports.
The International Building Expo 2026 will focus on home ownership, innovation, sustainability, and the future of construction in Guyana, as the country continues to undergo rapid transformation in an oil-driven economy. At the official launch on Thursday, Minister of Housing Colin Crowell described the expo as a critical platform that brings together every segment of the construction and housing sector, one that will shape the country's development.
It is now an international platform, one that not only showcases development, but connects people to opportunities, introducing new ideas and technologies, and supports growth access to the entire construction ecosystem.
He reminded that the expo provides a timely and strategic opportunity to bring partners together in one place to not only showcase 60 years of progress in housing and infrastructure, but also the future of building in Guyana, from smart and prefabricated solutions to climate resilient infrastructure to green technologies and innovative housing models. The event, Kroll said, reflects the country's rapid transformation and the increasing demand for modern, sustainable, and efficient building solutions as housing schemes expand across all regions. This year's expo also coincides with Guyana's 60th anniversary of independence, which Kroll said makes the focus on forward-looking development even more significant. Meanwhile, Minister within the Ministry of Housing, Vanessa Ben, said the event is designed to ensure every citizen benefit from the sector's expansion.
Our intent, our drive, our mission, our work program is geared towards ensuring we are truly building a vibrant and resilient future for our beloved Guyana.
According to Ben, the International Building Expo brings homeowners to a first-hand assessment of the products and to engage with service providers who are equipped to provide answers to their questions. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
In celebration of Women's History Month, Nightly News will feature Danica Henry, a 29-year-old Bloomfield resident whose unwavering dedication to community and personal growth sets a compelling example. Antonio Day shares the inspiring story of this dynamic young woman who embodies resilience, compassion, and intentional living.
29-year-old Danica Henry's journey began in Berbice, where after gaining valuable experience in Georgetown, she chose to return home to contribute meaningfully to her community. Known affectionately as Miss Fix-It and Captain Psyquest, Danica embraces life adventures with an open heart and mind. During an exclusive interview with Nightly News, she shared her proclivity for seeking new experiences beyond conventional boundaries.
If you have the chance to, if you have the resources to, and, the opportunity presents itself, and take it.
Her diverse professional background includes roles with the Ministry of Public Works, active involvement in the Rotaract Club of New Amsterdam, and mental health advocacy for Berbice youth. Danica has established herself as a journalist, radio host at Little Rock Television, and child counselor at the Child Link Incorporated. In addition to her active professional and community roles, she remains committed to her responsibilities as a mother to her 2-year-old son. She credits the successful balance of her career and family life to the invaluable support of her mother and sister. With a solid foundation in social work, Danica is deeply committed to volunteerism, championing campaigns against abuse and promoting the empowerment of women and youth.
I would volunteer for anti-littering campaigns, against abuse, against domestic, against all forms of abuse, actually. I was also for empowerment, women empowerment, youth empowerment, professional development, personal development, STEM, tourism.
She practices servant leadership, valuing empathy and learning from failure. Guided by faith, she maintains integrity through challenges.
I personally feel that, if you are in, a capacity where you can help to make things better for other people, you should try your utmost to put certain systems in place.
Danica Henry exemplifies strength, curiosity, and purpose, inspiring others to grow personally and contribute to their communities with courage and compassion, making her a notable role model for Women's History Month. I'm Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News, wishing every dynamic female a happy Women's History Month. From April 25 to May 16, 2026, KART Streets will be transformed into a vibrant, open-air gallery as part of St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival, Art and City event. Under the stewardship of Chris Gustav, the festival, which opened in Guyana on Wednesday at the Pegasus Hotel, delivered a memorable evening that resonated deeply with the local audience.
My second event in Guyana, and it's special for me because the first one we were just starting to build. You know, we did an introduction. And then, as the marketing manager for the Caribbean, especially for this region, I'm seeing the numbers grow every month.
The Icon series pays tribute to a cultural luminary whose impact transcends the arts, spotlighting St. Lucia's rich culinary heritage with a bold theatrical production which brought compelling stories to life with performances that engage and inspire. Spoken word will also take center stage in Voices of the Underground, while Life in Color features striking visual art, while T-Tac Seat, Lissy showcases the skill and beauty of handcrafted traditions. Cinema lovers can enjoy the Jumpstart Film Project, presenting award-winning local and regional films that tell authentic stories and highlight creative excellence. Gustav pointed out that a new addition to this year will be the Artscape, which reimagines Castries through pop-up concerts and surprise performances in unexpected venues, where theater, dance, and music unfold spontaneously throughout the city. It will also feature impressive performances from celebrated St. Lucian artists like Boo Hingson, a gifted guitarist and singer Crystal Bailey, alongside local Guyanese guitarist Herbie Marshall. Like during the launch in Guyana, the event will begin with Boo Hingson, who will captivate the crowd with his solo guitar pieces before teaming up with Herbie Marshall for a dynamic collab piece. Adding a formal touch to the festivities, Chris Gustav in presenting an engaging overview of the program. Adding a formal touch to the festivities, Chris Gustav in presenting an engaging overview of the upcoming St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2026 highlighted the highly anticipated carnival scheduled to take place from July 1 to the 22nd, promising even more cultural vibrancy and celebration in months ahead. The event was well received by the local audience, who embraced the rich blend of music and culture with enthusiasm. The successful launch underscores the festival's role in promoting artistic collaboration and cultural exchange across the Caribbean region. Audiences can look forward to more immersive experiences that celebrate St. Lucia's unique artistic heritage and vibrant community spirit. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Guyana up with BB, then visit at Buster Guyana on Facebook or Instagram for details. Up your cash today.
Hey, stop, Peter. I don't feel I don't go away when y'all don't eat me food, you know. Y'all got fair wash your place because I did my nails. When is somebody boy, they're gonna make a nice cake. Is my good cake on upon the same?
Madam, I got a call from the people in the community, and they said you are disturbing the peace. You're smelling up the place, and you're doing something, but your food always seems to smell good.
Peppies, you get the best on these things.
These things just make you cook good. I want these things, I'll carry them for evidence.
I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you?
Do you live and breathe video? Do you love capturing moments and turning them into powerful visual stories? HGP TV is looking for a talented, energetic, and creative video editor/camera operator to join our growing media team full-time. If you enjoy working in a fast-paced media environment, collaborating with creative teams, and producing high-quality television content, this opportunity could be perfect for you. Send your CV and portfolio or showreel to carolfelix@hgptv.com or melody_piper@hgptv.com. WhatsApp 6571706. If you're passionate about media and ready to create amazing content with us, we want to hear from you.
Antigua's Prime Minister Gaston Brown urged regional judges to impose longer sentences for gun crimes following the murder of 2 teenagers. He criticized the judiciary for allowing a known criminal recently given bail to reoffend. Former Attorney General Justin Simon called Brown's statements misguided and factually incorrect, feeling compelled to respond publicly. He said, as an advocate for the rule of law, and given the expected and cherished independence of our judicial system, I find these comments not only misguided, but also factually incorrect and very distracting from the real issue at hand. Turning attention to news in Jamaica. The Jamaican Constabulary Force says it is actively pursuing a 50% reduction in motorcycle fatalities for 2026. The initiative is part of a broader strategy to reduce overall road fatalities below 300 for the year. Commanding Officer for the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, Senior Superintendent of Police, Lloyd Darby, said that the initiative focuses on the enforcement, public education, and training through strategic partnerships. He noted that the force has strengthened enforcement measures targeting motorcycle-related offenses as part of a zero-tolerance approach. Some 786 motorcycles have been seized compared to 336 for the corresponding year. While speaking at a recent JCF helmet enforcement training session, Darby emphasized that partnerships and training plays a key role in improving enforcement and changing road user behavior. And on the international stage, a judge appeared sympathetic on Thursday to legal arguments that ex-Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro and his wife, Cecilia Flores, should be allowed to use Venezuelan government money to fund the defense. Maduro's and Flores' attorneys asked the judge to dismiss the narco-terrorism case against the pair because the U.S. has denied them use of funds due to sanctions in place against the Latin American country. Prosecutors argued that Maduro plundered Venezuela's wealth and should not be able to use his money for legal fees. 92-year-old Judge Alvin Hellerstein, however, noted that the right to defense is paramount. He said he would not dismiss the case over the dispute. The judge said, too, that he would issue a ruling at a later time, including the next court date. U.S. forces seized Maduro and Flores from their compound in Caracas in a dramatic nighttime raid on January 3rd and brought them to New York to face allegations of weapon and drug offenses, which they deny. That has brought us to the end of Friday's edition of the Regional News. I'm Antonio Day saying, have a great weekend and do be safe.
Let's now join Delwyn Neblet for HGP's Sports Pulse.
We begin tonight with motor racing. The Guyana Motor Racing and Sports Club are set to host their 2026 NITRO KART Clash at the National Stadium in Providence on April 19th. After a few setbacks, the new location and official date was confirmed by GMR&SC executives earlier this week. The event is expected to feature Guyana's top junior and senior go-kart drivers, including Gabriel Guyadin, William Vera, and Matthew Vera. Moving into cycling, the Flying Ace Cycle Club is set to host their annual Jaggans Memorial Race on Saturday. Commencing at 8 hours from the Freedom House in New Amsterdam, riders will then proceed to the number 51 police station before the final turn to the finish line at Babu John. Into rugby, the Guyana Rugby Football Union will resume their 2026 Easter Summer Camp from March 28th to April 4th at the National Park in Georgetown. Launched under the theme Get Into Rugby, the program targets schools across Guyana and seeks to establish a vibrant nursery of players, which according to the GRFU president is the absolute backbone of any successful national sports program. Moving into cricket, the Guyana Cricket Board are set to host the Barbados Under-16 team in a Cricket West Indies Rising Stars 50-over bilateral series from March 27th to April 7th. Team Guyana will be led by Lamar Seacharan with Leon Reddy as vice-captain. The local boys will be aiming to utilize home conditions to their advantage in what is considered as a key developmental series. Tomorrow's fixture is set to commence from 9 hours 30 at the Lusignan Community Centre ground on the east coast of Demerara. Finally, in cricket, Guyana's Regal Legend softball team are set to compete in the 2026 Florida Cup in the United States from March 27 to 29th. Led by new captain David Harper, the Legends will be looking to retain their title in a tournament they first won in 2016. Match number 1 will be on Saturday against the USA Legends. The team will be managed by CEO of FL Sport, John Ramsing. That's it for this edition of the HGP TV Sports Pulse. I'm Delwyn Neblet reminding you to stay in the game.
Councillors locked out of its own building as government moves to seize a city constabulary. PPPC's ploy to seize control of Georgetown will fail miserably. Dr. TODD, AFC concerned over ballooning costs for Wales gas-to-energy project. Physical presence in Guyana, a requirement for registration as online portal opens. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm ALETHEA Grant. Thanks for watching.